Hi, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Erica. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. I would love to have you subscribe, like, comment, and if you're returning, welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. So today's video is going to be a collab with Ash. Their channel name is Makeup in Chaos, and of course, I will have their channel and their video linked in my description box. Now, Ash and I, we have collabed together a couple of times, and we are actually from the same town, and we finally got to meet each other over the summer, and that was such a wonderful experience. They are even more beautiful and wonderful in person. Now, Ash is one of the most talented creators here on this platform. The things that they can do with makeup absolutely blow my mind. And my husband and I are huge fans of their videos. We watch their content all the time together. And we really hope that at some point, Ash will go on the show Glow Up, that makeup show, that makeup competition show that's on Netflix. And I know that that's a UK-based show, so I'm really hoping that at some point we do that here in the United States. And I will personally drive Ash to that audition because I know they're going to smash that competition all the way down to the ground. Now, we got a hold of each other not too long ago on Instagram, and we decided that we really wanted to do a collab together. And we are going to be creating looks with our favorite wintertime palette. And I'm going to be using the X&O Cosmetics Valkyrie Beautiful Tragedy MUE palette. And I got this palette a long time ago, over a year and a half ago, I believe. I think I got this palette before I even started my channel. And I'd seen Katie from Makeup for Last Time use this on her channel, and I was like, oh, I gotta get that palette. It's just a lovely, beautiful wintertime color story, in my opinion. And I really want to use this shade right here called Bifrost. Beautiful blue shimmer. I haven't used this palette in a really long time, and I just think it's stunning. I am not exactly sure what I'm going to do yet. I think I have a pretty good idea, but you never know, I might change my mind. But I'm really excited to use this, and I have no idea what palette Ash is going to be using for their video, so I'm really excited to watch their video and see what palette they're going to use, and of course, watch their look come together. So if you are interested to see my look come together using the X&O Cosmetics Valkyrie Beautiful Tragedy MUE palette for my collab with Ash, then please sit back, relax, and let's get started. All right, let's get started on this look using the X&O Cosmetics Beautiful Tragedy MUE Valkyrie palette. I do have my brows done, and this eyelid is primed in the P. Louise eyeshadow base in Rumor 01. And I love the cover of this palette. She is such a badass. Like, this is who I feel like I am on the inside. Obviously, I don't look anything like her. So let's get started here. And I think what I'm going to do is start off with this shade here called Raven and put that in my outer V and maybe a little bit into my transition area. And I'm going to blend it out a little bit with that called Fenrir. Now, this is a Scandinavian, kind of a Swedish Viking based palette or themed palette. And I used to know what all of these shade names meant. I was obsessed with the show Vikings, that series that was on TV. We watched all of the seasons more than once, and I think actually we own like, what, the first 4 seasons on DVD. So good. But I just cannot remember what these things mean. And if my husband was in here, he'd be able to tell you, because he's from Swedish descent and he's got all this stuff down pat. But I don't remember. So I'm going to go into Raven, like I said, and put this in my outer V and a little bit into my transition area as well. And I wasn't really sure what shade I was going to start off with, but I'm just sticking with this. And this is a really nice, very nicely pigmented black matte, and it blends very well. I haven't used this palette in way too long, but that was my experience with it the last time, so I'm hoping that that's what my experience is going to be this time too. And if you guys have not yet gone to Ash's channel, Makeup in Chaos, and subscribed, I highly recommend that you do so. Their talent is absolutely mind-blowing. I'm always just like, how in the world did they do that? And one of the things that Ash is really good at doing with their eye looks is winging out their eyeshadows, and I cannot do that. I've tried it several times, and I don't know, it never looks right, ever. I got some of those eye shields to use to kind of help me do that, you know, that you like put on your face right here and kind of, you know, follow the line of the shield. And I ended up giving those away in a giveaway because I just hadn't used them. They'd been sitting in here for a long time. I don't even know if that would really help me, honestly. I think I'm just kind of a lost cause when it comes to that. And they use all different kinds of shades together, different textures, just really talented, really knows what they're doing when it comes to putting an eye look together. Way more talented than I will ever be. And I'm just so excited to see what the future holds for Ash here on YouTube. And I'm really hoping that at some point they will do some kind of glow up show here, and they can go and audition and smash that thing, because they would win it hands down. I know it. Okay, I think that looks pretty good for right now. I might mess around with that a little bit more, but now I'm going to go into this shade here called Fenrir, and I'm going to put that towards the outer part of that shade there. Just kind of buff that edge down a little bit. And this really isn't going to show up that much because it's, you know, lighter gray matte, but it does kind of help soften the black shade a little bit. And I just thought this was the perfect winter color story when we were talking about what we were going to do for our collab, and came up with this idea to do a look with a winter color story. This palette just immediately popped into my head because I was like, oh, I've been wanting to use it for so long. And to me, it's very wintry with the blues and the grays and the black. And I love that burgundy shade in there too, that burgundy matte. It's so beautiful. And I think I might pop that on my lower lash line. So now I'm gonna apply my shimmers. And I am gonna use a shade here called Bifrost. I mean, look at how gorgeous that is. It's so beautiful, beautiful blue, kind of sky blue, oceany blue mixed together. And Ash actually gifted me a couple palettes. That's one of the reasons why we met up. Well, the main reason why we met up, but also because we really wanted to meet each other, or I really wanted to meet them. I don't know how they felt about meeting me, but I was like, yes, Ash, because they said, okay, well, I can, hello, this is gorgeous. Sorry. They said, I can mail you these palettes, or, you know, we can meet up and I can give them to you. And I said, Ash, we have to meet up. Are you kidding? I mean, we've been talking about doing that forever. So, you know, great opportunity to finally do that. And they gave me 2 Give Me Glow palettes. I haven't used them yet on my channel, but I have used them in just my day-to-day life. And beautiful. It's the Juicy Olive and the Extra Spicy. And they're both just amazing. And I always really wanted to try that brand, but just hadn't done it yet. So when they were willing to give me those palettes, I was like, are you kidding? Oh my gosh. And, you know, just to meet Ash. I mean, they are so beautiful. I mean, even more beautiful in person than in their videos, I have to say. And just really funny, really cool to, you know, give them a hug and listen to them laugh and talk. And I don't know, it was really cool. We're really lucky that we live close by, because, you know, I have a lot of friends here on this platform, and we live so far away that it's just not, you know, really in the cards to meet at this point. But to be able to meet Ash, someone who I love and who I am just such a fan of, I was fangirling pretty hard. I really was. And this is just a gorgeous blue shimmer. I'm just kind of smushing it on my lid. I know that probably looks a little strange. Like, I watch when I'm editing, and I'm like, you look like you're just slapping shadow on your lid. And I kind of am. But you just kind of have to, in my experience, or what I do, is I just kind of smush it onto my lid. And it looks a little funky, messy, but usually turns out okay. I am getting some fallout down here, but I will clean that up. And let me grab a smaller brush here. And I think I'm gonna go into this shade here called, I don't know how to pronounce this, Mjolnir. It's M-J-O-L-N-I-R, and put that towards the front part of the lid. And I am gonna spray this. And I did run out of my Manicadar hydrating spray, so I am using the Wet n Wild natural setting spray, finishing spray, whatever you wanna call it. And let's put this right here. Oh, that is so beautiful. Oh man, I just love these shades. I mean, look how icy that looks. I mean, if that's not a winter palette, I don't know, you guys. Just gorgeous. And it snowed here yesterday a little bit. I could not believe that. I was at work and my coworker came into my office and he's like, it's snowing. And I'm like, no, it's not. And he's like, yeah, it is. And I went and looked out the window, and sure enough, it was snowing. Not very much, and it didn't really stick. A little bit in like the bushes around our office building, but not in the street. But where my husband worked, he sent me a picture and it was all over the parking lot. I was like, what? And we don't work that far away. I mean, we work about 20 minutes away from each other, but weird how in one area of the city, there's hardly any snow, and then in another area, it's totally covered in snow. Weird. Now I'm gonna go back into Raven, this black matte, and I am going to put a little bit of that on the edge of that Bifrost shimmer, just to make sure that that doesn't look quite so bizarre. And my dad texted me this morning and said that there is black ice warnings this morning, so that's going to be fun. I am filming this before work. So yeah, here we go. Winter is in full effect. We didn't really have much of a fall. Ash and I were chatting about that on Instagram in a DM about the fact that, you know, it's just been freezing here lately. And I mean, we just really didn't have a fall. It was kind of rainy. I mean, it's still rainy, but just the coldness has just hit us so fast this year. All right, now I'm going to do my lower lash line. I did pop a little bit of this concealer on down here. This is the e.l.f. 16 Hour Camo Concealer Matte Finish in the shade Light Sand. Really nice concealer and very affordable, although this was a gift. Oakley sent this to me for our makeup swap collab, and I just love it. And I am going to start off with my lower waterline. And this, if I can turn this around right, this is the Crown Cosmetics Gone Platinum Gel Eyeliner. And I got this in an ice cream beauty box. And this is just a beautiful silvery, shimmery eyeliner here. So let's put this right here. And I have not used this yet. I've swatched it on the back of my hand a couple times, but I've never used it in a makeup look. So this is really going to be fun, I hope. I hope it works well. Yeah, that's really pretty. I'm hoping that I don't destroy this when I lay my shades down on my lower lash line, because sometimes I do that. So I really do want to use this shade on the lower lash line, but I think I'm going to start off with Raven and put that towards the outer part of the lower lash line, and then put this towards like the middle, and then maybe put that towards the front. I don't know. We'll see. I just thought it'd be fun to have a little pop of that burgundy shade on the lower lash line. Just kind of jazz things up a little bit. But sometimes reddish shades look a little funky on my lower lash line. So I thought if I put the black down first, maybe that would, I don't know, kind of tone that down a little bit. We'll see. And I'd love to know what the weather is like where you guys are. If you guys are getting snow yet. I think there are some people that are getting some snow. Man, December's not screwing around. The thing is that I get so hot when I'm getting ready for work, you know, like doing my makeup, getting dressed, doing my hair, all that stuff. So when I leave for work, I'm like just so hot. I mean, I'm like sweating, like I'm not wearing a coat. And then I get to work, and I have a pretty, you know, decent walk from the parking lot to my office. And if I don't have a coat on, I am freezing. And then by the end of the day, I'm, you know, when I walk to my car, I'm like, what an idiot. So I'm trying to be really good about just leaving my coat in my car, and at least I have it. But man, I have just frozen my butt off several times on my way to my car at the end of the day. Let me use this brush just to kind of take that edge off just a little bit, because it's kind of harsh. I like it to be a little bit more diffused, I guess. Okay, now I'm going to go to this shade here called Viking. And I'm going to put this towards the front part of the lower lash line here and kind of go over the black just a little bit. Oh yeah, I like that. It looks kind of cool. I just like to have a fun pop of color sometimes on my lower lash line. Sometimes I don't. This kind of depends, you know, what mood I'm in. But I just think this is such a cool color story, because there's a lot of different things I feel like you can do with this. I mean, it's only 9 pans, but you know, cool shades, different shades, and you know, fun options to put a look together with. And the formula is amazing, really nice formula. And X&O Cosmetics has some really cool palettes with some really neat different color stories. I'm going to link their website in my description box. It is a US indie brand. I want to say they're located in Las Vegas, I'm pretty sure. And I would love to buy all of their palettes, but I am currently on a no buy until January, and I'm really trying to stick to that because I went a little cuckoo over the summer buying eyeshadow palettes. Now let's do the inner corner. And I am going to use this shade here called Valkyrie. It's a silvery shade, I would say, you know, maybe not quite as silver as this, a little lighter than this, obviously, but it does kind of have like a little bit of a blue cast to it. Maybe a little bit of that blue in there. Let me grab this brush, and I am going to spray this a little bit because it's a little flaky. I don't know. It's just going to make a mess, I think, if I don't spray it. So let's go ahead and put this right here. And oh yeah. That is so beautiful. Yes, very iridescent looking. Oh, yes. And I can remember when I wasn't a real big fan of putting shades in my inner corner because I felt like it just looked funny on me. And I've gotten over that, and I'm really enjoying doing an inner corner highlight. And actually, there looks like there's a little bit more pink than blue in that shade. Huh, interesting. But there is a little bit of blue in there too. But it could just be picking up the hints of that Viking shade too. I don't know. So I am pretty much done with this eye look. That was pretty easy, I felt like. Didn't take me too long, right? I don't know. I'm gonna go off camera. I'm gonna do my other eye, put the rest of my face on, the finishing touches, and I'll come back and show you how everything came together. I am back, and this is the finished look, and I love how this look turned out, and I love that eyeshadow palette, and I'm so happy that I finally used it today on my channel. I've been wanting to do that ever since I started my channel, and such a fun idea to create looks using our favorite wintertime palettes. And of course, I'm going to talk to you about it again, show it to you again, but before I do, I did want to go over a few things I used in my finished look today. For my mascara, I did use the L'Oreal Paris Voluminous Butterfly Mascara. This has got a really cool wand, and it's got a really nice formula, really nice consistency, looks beautiful in the lashes and very affordable. And then for my upper lid liner, I did use the L'Oreal Paris Flash Cat Eye by Infallible. I love this liquid liner. This might be my favorite liquid liner now. I think it might have beaten out the Ciate London Fierce Flicks. It's got a really nice felt tip on it, creates a beautiful line, and it's really pigmented, and it's that kind of, you know, obviously that wet consistency, but it dries down really well, and it doesn't chip or flake or nothing. I love it. And then for my lips, I did use the She Glam liquid lipstick in the shade Haters. I hadn't used this in a while, and I love the shade, and I love the formula of this liquid lipstick. It dries down really nicely. You can't really even feel it on your lips, and I just thought this would be a good shade to go along with the eye look today. So let's talk about the eyeshadow palette again. This is the XNO Cosmetics Beautiful Tragedy MUE Valkyrie palette. The packaging alone just has my heart. She is such a warrior badass. I love her. And this color story to me is perfect for winter because you have the blues, the depth, the lighter options as well. The shimmers in here are stunning. I use Bifrost and Molnir on my lid, and they are just stunning. This blue shade, it's probably my favorite blue shimmer that I own in my collection. I do have some really pretty blue shimmers, but that is just a really unique tone in my opinion. And then this black matte, very nice. I love it. I use that in my outer V and on my lower lash line. This shade here called Fenrir, you know, you can't really see it all that well on my lid, but it did do a really good job of softening the edge of the black matte that I laid down. I really like that. And then I use this shade here called Viking on the front part of my lower lash line. It's beautiful. It's a little bit more purple than red. You know, I thought you look at it here and it looks a little bit more red to me, but when I applied it to the lid, it had a little bit more of a purple base to it, which I love that. And then this shade here, this is called Valkyrie. I put this in my inner corner. And to me, it's got kind of a bluey shift in the pan, but when I applied it to the lid, it kind of had more of a pink shift to it. Really cool, like fairy wings, iridescent. Beautiful palette, really nice formula, great quality, blends well, applies well. I think this look will last well throughout the day. And I will, like I said, have their website linked in my description box. If you guys are not familiar with this brand, it's a US indie brand. Go check out their palettes. They have some really cool color stories. I think the majority of their palettes are 9 pans, is what I remember. I haven't been on their website for a while. I'm trying to stay good and stay off websites right now. I am on a no-buy until January. And I'm trying to really stick to it, so I'm not going on their website, but I will encourage you guys to go on their website and check out their palettes because I think they have some really fun color stories, cool packaging, and the formula and the quality of this palette is amazing. So I'm assuming they're all amazing. And I really want to thank Ash so much for doing another collab with me. Of course, I will have their channel and their video linked in my description box. I'm really excited to watch Ash's video and see what palette they chose, watch their look come together. I am telling you, I know I've said this probably a million times already in this video, Ash is so talented. Beyond anything I will ever be able to do on my face with makeup, and then I've already accepted that, and that's fine. I am so proud of what they do on their channel. Just blown away by the talent and the different color combinations and the different looks. And I also love to watch their photos come up on my feed on Instagram. Just mind-boggling. I'm like, wow, so beautiful, so unique and different and intricate. And if you guys have not yet gone to subscribe to Ash's channel, you really need to do so. Makeup and Chaos. Go subscribe and just get ready because your mind is going to be blown at how very talented they are. Beautiful, funny, very interesting to listen to them talk in their videos, tell different stories about their life or just, I don't know, their feelings about makeup or whatever, anything they talk about. I really enjoy their content, and I really hope that we can do another collab together very soon. And I also hope that someday we can get together and film together. That would be so amazing. Thank you guys so much for taking time out of your busy day or evening to sit down and watch my video. It always means the world to me. If you have subscribed, you would like to subscribe, do not forget to hit the notification bell. That way you're aware of all of my future uploads. I cannot wait to see you guys again in my next video, but in the meantime, please take care of yourself, be well, safe, happy, and I hope to see you very soon. Thanks again, you guys. Take care. Bye.
Drop it.